Hello everybody, this is Darlene Kascak again, the Education Coordinator at the Institute for American Indian Studies in Washington, Connecticut. Today, join us again for Tales from the Rabbit Bag. It's a series of storytelling that we've been putting up on Facebook during this situation. Today's story is going to be How Bear Lost His Tail. So let's see if we could find the bear in this rabbit bag. A long time ago, Bear didn't look the way that he does today. He had a long, beautiful bushy tail, and he would show that tail off to everyone in the forest. Well, every year, when the cold winds blow from the north, the bear hibernates inside of his cave. One year, while he was hibernating, his stomach started to growl, and it growled so much it actually woke him up. He poked his head out of his cave and he looked around and he said, "Oh no, what shall I do? My stomach is growling. I am hungry. I'm a big bear. If I don't find food, I shall die." So he looked around and he noticed there was snow on the ground. So he decided to come all the way out of his cave, and he hopped around through that snow looking to see if there were any berries on the bushes. "Oh no," he said. "There's still snow on the bushes too. The berries are not there yet. What shall I do? I'm a big bear. If I don't find food, I will certainly die." Just then, he saw a fox walking down the trail carrying fish. He ran up to that fox and he said, "Hey, fox, where'd you get those fish?" "Well," said the fox, "I'll tell you, but you have to pay attention to every single one of my instructions. I went down to the river. I dug a hole in the ice. I spun around. I stuck my long bushy tail down in that hole, and I wiggled it. And soon the fish began to bite." Well, Mr. Bear was so hungry, he didn't stick around waiting to hear all those silly instructions. He was on his way down to the river, where he dug a hole in the ice. He spun around. He stuck his long bushy tail down in that hole, and he sat down. And soon the fish began to bite. He thought, "I certainly need more fish than that tiny little fox. I'm going to stay here longer." In fact, he stayed there so long, he actually took a nap. And when he woke up, it was starting to get dark and time to go home. But there was a problem. When he tried to stand, he realized he was stuck. And he pulled, and he pulled, and pulled until he heard rip. And when he spun around and looked at his tail, it was gone. It was frozen in that solid ice. And that's how Bear got his tiny little nubby tail today. In this story, you learn the importance of listening to instructions. Sometimes when your teachers or your parents are giving you instructions on how to do something, if you're fooling around with your friends or your brother and your sister and you don't listen to every one of the instructions, you might miss something that's really important. And when you go to do that assignment or that chore and you don't have all those instructions, things can go badly. So it reminds us to pay attention when someone's trying to lead us and teach us something, and to be mindful. Okay, we'll see you again for our next story from the Rabbit Bag session.